Welcome to the ATL. Listen, y'all, welcome back to my channel. I had a biscuit craving one morning that just wouldn't quit. And I found this 2-ingredient biscuit recipe on YouTube. And let me tell you something, it blessed my life. All you will need is 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, 1 cup of self-rising flour, and put a little bit to the side too now, and a baking pan of your choice. I chose to use a cast iron skillet. Make sure it's greased up, and a measuring cup, and you are going to have the biscuits of your life. So here I have a spoon, and I'm using the back of the spoon. I learned that from King Click, the biscuit king himself, and we're going to gradually add those ingredients together. Now we're incorporating them in this way because we want a soft and tender biscuit. You don't want no tough biscuit. That is from over mixing. So we want to gradually add this into the flour until we get a mixture of sort of like a sticky dough, not runny, but sticky. And over time, as you gradually stir, very gradually, do not overmix. I don't know how much I can stress this point, but make sure it is sticky. If you feel it is a little too runny, that's where the extra flour is going to come in, and you add it in little bits at a time to ensure that it stays sticky and that you'll be able to get it out in one big ball once it's time to roll out this dough. So you see me taking my time, making sure the sides are scraped down. See me adding the extra flour in here. This will allow for the dough to become that consistency that I would like. Again, it's always 1 part of each ingredient, so you can choose to use more or less. It was only me making these biscuits and only me eating them, so I didn't want to make too many, and it was perfect. It was perfect. So you want to just keep an eye out for that. Make sure that you see no flour left over in your bowl. Make sure it gets sopped up by the heavy whipping cream, you know, sopped up by Stovetop Kisses. I love her. Check her out on YouTube. And you see the consistency. This is what you will be looking for, that stickiness, but not running. So now I'm going to take a flat surface. I'm going to bring out some wax paper because I want an easy and quick cleanup. And this is where I'm going to roll out my dough. Make sure that you have a rolling pin or something that will be able to flatten out your dough. This is the part I really don't like as much because I'm not good with rolling out dough, but I thought I would give myself a challenge and do this thing on video and say, hey, what the heck? So you flour your surface, also flour your pin, and you're going to take that mixture and make sure it's all out of that bowl, and you're going to put it right on top of that flour. This is going to ensure that it does not stick to the surface nor stick to the rolling pin. And if it does, don't worry, you have that extra flour to help you get that flour mixture from being so sticky. So you see here, it came out in 1 ball. I got some bits left to go over because listen, we want all our biscuits. Again, over here in the ATL, we want all our food because we finish all of our food. Guess what? We not playing over in the ATL. So get all of your mixture out of there. You'll have a bit of some messy hands here and there, but you know what? That's okay. Homemade biscuits, this is what it takes. So you see here, once you start rolling it out on your dough, it becomes very pliable, somewhat like a Play-Doh dough to work with. It is really easy. I was really surprised myself because, again, usually I do not like using the rolling pin. I am not good with that. My shape never comes out in a perfect circle. It always comes out in something like a rectangle, circle, triangle. I don't know. It's a made-up shape. So I thought that this was so easy to use. Listen, this is only flour and whipping cream. This right here is my go-to recipe from here on out. And you can see, there I go. I'm rolling it out. I said, okay, I feel good about this, and look at what happened. But all you have to do, take some dough, it'll come right on off, get that thing right back on there, and just start rolling again. But you'll get used to it over time. I believe the more that I do this recipe, I'll get more comfortable. But I was very pleased with the results. Now, I don't have a biscuit cutter. I don't have any fancy tool. What I do have is, check this out. Check this out now. All I have is a glass. Bam. Look at that. Look at that. A glass. That's all I'm using. I like a big, nice round biscuit, so a glass worked perfect for this. Now you can see, I'm going to show you the first biscuit. These are a little thin for me. So I'm going to re-roll my dough to a thicker, thickness, if you would say. And I'm just going to bring that flour back on there because my dough started to get a little sticky, and I'm not going to roll it out as thin. And then I'm going to take my glass once again, and you're going to see that it will be a thicker biscuit, which is the consistency that I'm looking for. Now, when you use any type of biscuit cutter or glass or what have you to cut your biscuit, make sure that you press straight down. Do not twist. Do not turn it. Just press flat down and you should be good to go. So I'm not, again, here you see me not making it as big this time. And I'm going to go straight down, and this recipe yielded 5 biscuits. 5 biscuits. That was perfect. I was able to have 2 that morning and 2 the next day, and they were still just as soft and moist and tender. See, now look at this. Look at this here. Look at this consistency. Come on, roll. Come on, roll. Come through, Betty Crocker like. Right? I was so proud of myself, y'all. Y'all just don't even understand. This was so super simple, so super easy. And you would have thought that, I had to slave over the stove for 4 or 5 hours. Not so. I was so pleased with the results, so pleased with this recipe. And I'm going to speed it up for you guys because all it is me cutting and flouring and cutting again. And that last biscuit, y'all gonna see, I'm just making it up. By this time, that's all she wrote. We can't squeeze anything else up out of there. And that last one, I'm just gonna make it up with my hand. We're gonna stick that one in the middle because it's special. It's my special biscuit. And you're good to go. All right, so these are ready to go in the oven. This is a 12-inch cast iron skillet, so all 5 biscuits were able to fit inside of here. We don't want them to overlap because we want them to all cook evenly. So they're going to be close friends, but not too close, but they're going to be close friends. So I'm just getting them in there, position them right to where they're not overlapping, and to ensure that they all cook evenly. So let's go ahead and get our oven preheated. We're going to preheat this oven to 400 degrees. And I originally preset my time for 13 minutes for these to bake. Now, depending upon your oven, it could take actually longer because mine actually did. It took at least about 17 to 18 minutes, and I had to put it on a low broil just to brown the top of my biscuits. But they came out so golden brown, and when you eye it in your oven, you'll know when to take them out, but you want that light, crispy, golden brown color. All right, now this is what they look like fresh out of the oven. Was on a low broil for about a minute or so, and perfection. I was so pleased with the cook time and the results. I was so pleased with how they came out. I'm just going to enjoy mine with some simple butter and honey. I didn't melt this honey, and I should have. I didn't melt the butter, and I should have. Listen, I was too hungry. I couldn't wait. Look at the bottom of that biscuit. Don't that look so amazing? Now, opening this up, it almost tore apart, but you're able to see how soft, how tender, how flaky these 2 ingredient biscuits came out. Again, I'm so pleased. I will never have to use another recipe ever as long as I have these ingredients in my house. So you see I have to lightly pat that butter on there because it was too cold. I had to make sure I had that butter on there. No, you want that golden brown butter biscuit to be sopped up in your mouth like stovetop, right? So let's get some honey drizzled on there, real nice and sweet. That is so good. That is so good. It reminds me of going out on the porch with grandma after she baked her biscuits and just talking with her. So let's have a taste of this biscuit here. That was so good that it deserves an applause. I am so happy, y'all. I hope you all enjoyed this video and this recipe.